Hey guys, welcome to Last Movie Standing. Today, I want to talk about a movie that I bought that is critically panned as not a good movie. It just came out this year, but something about it I related to a lot. And I want to talk about why I bought Megalopolis on 4K. Now, there's a few reasons why I bought the movie. One, it's not out in the US. You can't even stream Megalopolis in the US. You can't buy it on physical, no Blu-ray, no nothing. Francis Ford Coppola is like he's sticking to that theater experience that he wants people to have. Well, it still needed to make money, so they released it overseas. They released it in the UK, which is what this is. This is a 60 gigabyte 4K, 66. I'm sorry, 66 gigabyte 4K. But the French, I think the French also released a 4K and a 100 gigabyte disc, and the Italians released a 4K and a 100 gigabyte disc. I think they even released steelbooks too. Why didn't I get that one over? Why did I get this one over that one? Should I say? Well, from my research, and I encourage you if you're into buying movies overseas, go to ChatGPT, go to Google, try to do some research if you're not on forums. I found out that the 100 gigabyte discs of this were had subtitles burned in. It's in English. This movie's in English, but the French version and the Italian version had the French and Italian subtitles burnt baked in. So you're kind of stuck with that. Which, 66, 100 gig, I don't really care that much. I'm all about big disk energy over here, but 66 is fine. And this movie looks amazing. But why did I buy it? Mostly because I relate to this movie a little bit more than I thought I would. Not just like the movie. It's not that good of a movie. But in today's age, where everything just gets its reruns and its remakes and its sequels and requels and prequels and IP madness. Francis Ford Coppola made a passion project, spent his own money, and it's not a very good movie, but it is at the same time. It's beautifully shot. It is stunning. The effects in it, oh my god. Well, some of the effects are kinda wonky, but I mean, he's been working on this for, God, I don't know, 40 years or something. So, yeah, some of the effects aren't fully, like, there or whatever, and some of the scenes are just kinda goofy. But it's such a beautiful movie to me. I don't know. As somebody who's struggling to get his 2nd feature film out that I finished. Basically, I'm like 90% finished with my 2nd feature film. I've been working on it for 3 years now, almost 4. Like, that's insane to me, and I'm trying to release it, and I understand it's a passion project, and you just wanna get it out there, and, you're gonna make what you're gonna make, and at Francis Ford Coppola has made a lot of great films and a lot of bad movies, but he keeps going. And that's what I respect about him the most. Like, do I care that much for The Godfathers? Honestly, not that much. I don't really care that much. I think they're great cinematic masterpieces, but, Apocalypse Now is like, whoa, like, that's a masterpiece to me. Conversation, meh. Jack. God, it's Jack. He's, Dracula. Oh God, don't get me started on Bram Stoker's Dracula. That is oof. I love that movie, and you see a lot of that in here. Practical filmmaking, a lot of CGI, but a lot of practical filmmaking in this, and it's beautiful. Man, it's beautiful, and some of the just stuff that he showed, it's poetry to me. I know this may sound stupid or corny, but, like, the whole scene with Adam Driver and Emmanuel on that set, and they shot it, like, on a volume, so it's, like, being captured in camera. Most of it, I mean, I'm sure there's CGI to fix a lot of it, but a lot of that was done in camera with, like, the volume and the projection screens. That scene with them on the terraces in the sky is just I think they're terraces, I don't know what they're called, but it's so beautifully shot. The the second half of the movie is really just But if you've never seen Megalopolis, it's basically like Rome, like the Roman Empire. If the Roman Empire had continued into today, essentially. You got an all-star cast. I mean, you got Adam Driver, you got Natalie Emmanuel from the Game of Thrones, Giancarlo Esposito, you got Dustin Hoffman, who's in like a blink and you miss him kind of thing. Jason Schwartz also blink and you miss him. John Voight is really good. Shia LaBeouf. I think the most famous thing about it really is the feud between Shia LaBeouf and Francis Ford Coppola. And when you watch the behind the scenes, they do have a mega doc. Now, the mega doc is not on here. I do want to see it. I think it just, or it's about to come out on Apple TV. It just premiered at a couple film festivals a couple months ago. So I'm stoked to really see like the making of that movie, of this movie. But you kind of see in some of the behind the scenes on here, like it's got a few, but you see really like Francis directing style. Like it makes sense why so many people didn't understand the movie or understand how to do what they needed to do because his directing was based off emotion and it was kind of like, you would tell people, how do you feel in this, And it's like he almost couldn't. Yeah, like he had the vision in his head so thoroughly he didn't know how to explain it to people, and that's basically what this is. It's like an amalgamation, is that the word I'm looking for, of some guy's, like, dream project over so many years, and when you finally get a chance to make it, it's like, what do you do with it? How does it really turn out? So that's how I feel this is, but I wanted it as a physical media collector for a few reasons, mostly because I think it's one of the most beautifully shot films this year. I think it came out this year in 2025. Or I think it came out last year, but it came out this year on physical media. It's not available. You can't buy it in the US. You can't stream it in the US. You can't even watch this here. I'm sure if you get a like with it like a VPN, like you see all those ads for Surfshark and all these VPNs. I'm sure you can get into like Netflix, Ireland, or something and watch the movie maybe, but you can't watch it here. Now I did see this before watching it, so I didn't blind buy this. I watched this through the 7 Seas, with a really crappy copy, but seeing this transfer, it looks so good. Now this, I mean, it was shot digitally. I'm 90% sure it was shot digitally, but it just looks so good. It's so artistic and it's bold, it's visionary, and I feel like it doesn't need to make sense. I feel like it's a movie you watch multiple times and then you get it. Even I don't fully understand. I get it, it's a new Rome, it's the falling of, the empire. It's, all these people represent different people. You got Shia LaBeouf, it's very political in certain parts, and the acting in it. So the funniest thing, it's one of the greatest scenes in cinema. I swear to God, it's so funny. You have Shia LaBeouf and Audrey Plaza having like they're scheming. They're trying to scheme against her husband and his uncle because he called her Auntie Wow. Her name is Platinum Wow or Wow Platinum. That's the word. Wow Platinum is her name in the movie. They're scheming to take all his money or whatever, and the whole dialogue scene is them having sex while they're plotting it, but they're not even really having sex. She's like telling him what he's gonna do, and she's sitting on his face, and she's been over it, leaning over a table. It's sticking his face in her crotch. It's like clips I cannot show on YouTube. By the way, it's not really nude. It's more like you're watching. Like, are they really having this conversation while all this is happening? You're almost like, it's kind of crazy. And then some of the sets are just like the imagination of it. Like there's this whole scene, and I get it. People had a problem with this whole like Adam Driver does this like to be or not to be, that is a question monologue in one of the scenes.
To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles.
but the set design, it's like they're on these pillars and these things, like, above this model, and you're like, "I've never seen anything like that." There's a lot of that. There's a lot of I've never seen anything like that, which is what I love about it. It's like it sparks my imagination. I don't have to just love a story. I'm very much style over substance. Anybody who knows me, some of my favorite directors are Tony Scott, Michael Bay, Guy Ritchie, Ridley is up there, but directors that really emphasize style over substance, like I'm okay with that because I feel like all these stories are the same. Like, there's only so many stories you can tell in with human history. We're just telling the same stories in different ways. And film is a very visual medium. It really is. So if the directors who can really take advantage of the visual part of the medium and do it well, it draws me even more to it. Like, I don't know, there's something about it. I'm such a visual person and stylistic, you know? So, I bought Megalopolis, and I'm really stoked that I did. I bought this for 50 bucks, pretty expensive, because it is an import, but watching it on 4K versus, like, how I watched it, which is bootleg because, like, you couldn't watch I think it was on streaming for, like, a little bit, and then it got taken down. So, either way, I would have to if I wanted it here, I would have to watch it on streaming, and then knowing me, I would probably, like if it didn't have a Blu-ray or 4K overseas, I would have to rip it and bootleg it, and that's not something I want to do with this film. It's not at all. Like, 2 of my favorite movies of this year, you cannot get in the United States on physical. The second one, Parthenope, which is gonna be it's an Italian film, which A24 produced or distributed. They didn't produce it, they distribute it, but they won't release it here in the States on physical, which is stupid. But I try not to give too much story with this because it's one of these movies, one, you can't really spoil it, and it's one of those you gotta go into with more of an open mind, and this isn't a lot of people buy physical media now, I feel like, especially on this platform, it's like, "Let me show" and I do it, I am 110% guilty of this. Well, you buy something and you think, "Oh, people might be interested in my opinion, or maybe this will get a lot of views because it's a new movie." Like, I don't see anybody talking about this. I don't see anybody talking about this movie anymore now that it's left theaters, and I don't know anybody talking about this on physical. And just the fact that you cannot get this brand new movie in the States, whether streaming or digital, because that's how the director wants it. So luckily, there are other countries that will distribute it, and we are blessed that we can import them when we can. So I just wanted to talk about this movie because It 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 inspires me, you know? Visually, it's stunning. It just inspires me? It's something that I don't know why I'm drawn to it outside the visual. Story, acting, that's one thing.
Entitles you to plow through the riches of my Emersonian mind?
Entitles me?
Yes.
Entitles me?
Yes.
Entitles me?
Yes.
But visually, it inspires me. In today's world of filmmaking where it just feels like regurgitations or people style is like, I don't really like the style. James Gunn's Superman is another one where it's like, I don't like that style. I love wide angle lenses. I think wide angle lenses are like fantastic. They're my favorite things to shoot on are wide angle lenses. And I love them in movies, but I don't like it when you abuse it and you don't know how to use it. It's like a kid with a new toy and you have this very flat looking film with no contrast. Whoever was the cinematographer on this, I can't pronounce his name because it's like 100 letters. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, director of photography, I'm not even gonna try. If you're interested in Megalopolis, I highly recommend it. It's not for everybody. This is not a movie I can just recommend to people like, "Oh, bro, you need to check out Megalopolis." Like, people would look at me like I'm freaking crazy. but it's something that might spark something in you. Maybe. You may watch this and be like, what the F? But sometimes it's just nice to talk about movies that inspire you instead of, "Oh, this is a 4K transfer, and how did it look against the Blu-ray?" Which I do a lot on this channel, but sometimes it's just nice to talk about a new movie and just talk about why you like it. And for me, it's this is a visual masterpiece. It's got flaws visually too, but there are things in here, like I said, I've never seen before, and just things like that. I may have to watch this again right after this because just talking about it makes me want to watch it. I don't know. I just really want to make a video on this, guys. Have y'all seen Megalopolis? What do you think? Like I said, I know it's not for everybody. I know it's not for most people, but I think it is for some people. I feel like there's a few people who might see it and appreciate it for what it is, even if I don't know fully what it is, and the actors who acted in it don't fully know what it is. It's something new in a day where all we're getting is regurgitation.